Hey, you motherfuckers out there in podcast land, this is The Juice, and you're listening to Misery Point Radio. Yeah!
Welcome back. Thanks for joining me again on Misery Point Radio. Honored, of course, that you would choose to spend your time in isolation with some random jack-off from some random part of the universe who talks to random people about random stuff. Definitely appreciate it. And today, as your special reward for being such good little minions, I've got another awesome conversation for you to check out with someone else who likes to have random conversations with random people about random things. Consider yourselves blessed. You're in for a full-on earhole assault. So today's guest, Justin Juice Wallace, is, like me, a podcaster, but unlike me, he's actually got his shit together. He's a busy motherfucker. And in addition to podcasting, he also sings in a band called Handsome Prick. Now, I know what you're thinking. What a conceited motherfucker to name a band after himself. I thought the same thing. But we're wrong. It's not named after him at all. Obviously, because he's not handsome, and that rules him out right there. Just kidding, Juice. You're a sexy, sexy beast. But the fact remains, you're going to have to listen to see who the band is named after. And along the way, you'll learn the origin of the band, the idea behind their intense brand of grindcore, his love for pro wrestling, and the catalyst for him starting an entire show dedicated to it. And then, as if that wasn't enough, we discuss what led to him creating his second show to explore his various other interests. This is a dude of many talents who's got some big plans, and I'm stoked that after several months of talking about doing this, we were finally able to make things happen. So finish wiping your ass with bath towels, stop sanitizing your special place, and plop your quarantined ass down on your naughty anime-themed beanbag chair and check this out. All right, welcome back to Misery Point Radio. Please welcome to the show from Handsome Prick, Juice Pro Wrestling, and JPDUB Podcast, Justin Juice Wallace. Thanks for joining me, brother.
Hey, thanks for having me on, man. I'm ready to rock and roll in this motherfucker.
I know, it's been a long time we've been talking about doing this. Shout out also to our mutual friend, Mr. Steve Joyner, for doing what you do and getting people together. Appreciate that, brother.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so, we got a lot of cool stuff to talk about. I mean, you're a busy dude. You got a lot of projects going on. You got tons of creative things happening, lots of different concepts, some new stuff kind of coming down the pike. So I guess first, let's just start it off. Let's talk about the prick. Handsome Prick. Yeah, let's talk about the prick, not your prick. Tell me the story. What is Handsome Prick? How did it get started? What's going on with the band?
Well, basically, Handsome Prick stems back to a band we used to be in way back in the day, and I came in involvement with these guys, a band known as Decrypt, back in 2004. We rocked it for a long time with that band. Our drummer, Brad Vanderzee, who's like the brainchild, I mean, he writes like pretty much all the shit. He was out of the band. He had a little exodus there for a second, and then went and formed a band called Moistened Disciples, which I also ended up joining. And he did that, I want to say, man, that was around 2005. Him and our ex-singer from Decrypt, Zach Gasia, recorded an album, the Stop Praying No One's Listening album, which wouldn't see the light of day till we put it out like 5 years ago.
Okay.
We put it out ourselves, so you guys could check that out on Bandcamp. But and then Brad came back to Decrypt, and around 2010, we were killing shit till around then. And it just it dissolved. Brad had moved out to California and formed a band with Neil Burkdahl, who was also in Dirty Dead. He was a guy from around here. And for those of you out there that are old Decrypt fans, remember the split with Stump. He was also the guitar and vocals for the band Stump. They formed a band called Point of Our Resistance, a.k.a. Poor, out in California, and dropped a record out there in 2012. And Brad came back and was looking to get something going again. And Handsome Prick, man, it started out we started doing Moistened again is what it was. And that's when we went and got the album, dug it out from the archives, and actually I did some new vocals at Brad's house for like you call them demo tracks, whatever. We call them, it's like the golden age of insertion. It's part 2 of Stop Praying No One's Listening.
Okay.
So we recorded that shit and got the album together and finally put it out like damn near 10 years after it had been recorded. And we did that ourselves. So that's, out of all of our stuff, I would say that's probably the rarest record to find. Like I said, no album was behind that, and we didn't really mass produce it. But around that time too, our guitar player, Zach Gasia, who used to be the vocalist for Decrypt, he's the guy you hear on like Holy Erotic,
okay,
and Armageddon, one of my best friends, he had moved down a few hours south, and it was kind of like, well, what the fuck do we do? We both want to play. And, Brad had started this other band because the kid's just a machine and he's constantly writing. I mean, if you've heard this stuff and, all these other bands he does his own solo shit called the Pink Machines. I mean, it's just amazing stuff. And he just fucking bleeds this shit out of his fingertips, man. He asked me, he's like, hey man, like, I guess they were talking in Handsome Prick, like, oh, we need a vocalist. He's like, I know somebody who does brutal vocals. And he asked me, and I was like, fuck yeah. We started slaying it around, I want to say like 2016. It's been a while now. And instantly got the first album out, enlarged the show Texture, and then about a
I love that name, by the way.
Later,
it just cracks me up.
Oh yeah, it's good, and that's the good thing about this band. I mean, we're like brutal as fuck, and our music is no nonsense as far as like, and not to be chauvinistic, but I mean it's good, It's no nonsense, but there is a lot of humor involved in it, and if you read like the lyrics and from some of the titles, you can kind of get that vibe, I think. We just started rocking from there, man, and then like I said, about a year later, the second album, Anonymityville, dropped, and we've been playing a hell of a lot of shows. And then as of like last 6 or 7 months, the main focus has been to get the third album written. So we kind of put a hold on playing. I think the last show we played was probably in Chicago. It was probably about 6 months ago now, or however long, like September, I believe. And then our guitar player, Zach, another Zach guitar player, go figure. He had a kid, he got married. So there was kind of that going on. And, like I said, in the meantime, because the way Brad writes, it's kind of like, I mean, that dude would put an album out like all the time, like the Ramones or the Beatles or something,
Sure.
Which is good. It's good for everybody because it's my favorite music, and I'm fortunate enough to be a part of it and help get it out to the masses, But yeah, so in between that, Brad and Zach went to the studio and did if you guys find Handsome Prick, find us on Bandcamp. There is, because that's the only place you can get it right now, there's a covers EP. They went and recorded 3 tracks from Fear, Nirvana, and the Mummies. That's really fucking awesome. To kind of hold everybody over, I guess, until album 3 drops. So that's kind of where we're at now. We've kind of shot down some bookings, unfortunately, just to focus on the record. But man, I've heard what they've been doing, and every album is a step up, and it doesn't sound. I mean, you could tell it's Handsome Prick, but there's this progression like musically, and I just don't think people are fucking ready for what's next. What's coming next. So yeah, hopefully we hit the studio around. I'd probably say in like sometime maybe fall, October. Then after that, you never know. Hopefully by the end of the year, we can get this third one out, man.
Yeah, but material's currently being written. It's in progress, and it's actively being produced.
Oh yeah. So yeah, anybody out there listening, that's kind of like, oh well, I try to keep up. I'm the like guy who does like a lot of the social media shit,
right,
and all that. I try to keep us fresh in people's minds, because it's one of those things. And I'm playing grindcore and shit for 15 plus years now. It's like, when you stop or you don't have anything or remind anybody, people kind of forget, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't want that to happen because dude, we've worked our asses off, and, as far as how the records sound and how our live show sounds. And, super proud of what the three of us have been able to do. And we did have a bass player, actually Jim Kelly, who was the bass player for Decrypt, played bass on the Enlarge the Show Texture. He left about a couple years ago now. He wasn't on Anonymityville. So we've been rocking like a live set now for a little while without a bass, which is cool.
Because you're heavy as fuck anyway.
Yeah. But it's, I mean, if you can imagine, it's like that low end to our live show, like to have that is awesome. And there's a guy that's been jamming with us too, a longtime friend, Matt Abear. He's been working on the new stuff. Like I said, there's probably, I think, like 8 or 9 songs, if I'm correct, that are being worked on right now that, I mean, obviously I wouldn't go as far as to say they're completely done or anything like that, but for the most part, I mean, they're getting there,
Yeah.
Brad and Zach are putting in the work, and man, from what I've seen and heard, it's like I said, I don't fucking think anybody's ready for this shit.
Yeah. So who is Handsome Prick? Who's the band named after? Clearly it's not you because you joined after the fact. So you're ugly fuck. So who's Handsome Prick? Damn.
Killing me softly. Well, it's kind of a funny story. Really, I think it was like Brad's uncle. It was like his uncle or his cousin. So I want to say it was his uncle that, like, I guess he was like kind of like a prick. So it's like, but he's like, handsome, man. Look at that handsome prick, like, and that's how it happened, man. He had that name drop. I know it's kind of weird. But it's unique. A lot of people like hear that and they're like, oh, really? That's a cool fucking name,
Yeah.
And it is, like I said, it's got its very own uniqueness to it. There isn't really much of a story behind it other than that, It's basically based on like Brad's handsome prick of an uncle.
That's awesome. And it does fit though, because, again, when you look at kind of the song names and the content and the humor that you inject into your music, it's fucking perfect. It's awesome. So, a moment ago you described it, and I was going to ask you how you described it, but yeah, it's pretty fucking grindcore. So explain grindcore to people who aren't really familiar with it. I know people know metal, they know death metal, they know thrash, they know technical, but to you, what is grindcore?
Well, it's kind of an easy question, yet a tough question. Well, to me personally, grindcore it's a mix of like punk rock and death metal.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to get down to the bare bone basics of it, but I mean, that's morphed over the years. I mean, you go back to like the late 90s, early 2000s with the whole Relapse records boom, and they had all these killer grind bands on there and shit. Like, I think Nazem kind of reinvented the wheel with that, kind of took it from Napalm Death. But it's, it used to kind of be this thing. Well, grind's just, it's fast, it's short songs. But then you had bands that weren't necessarily fast, and like I said, when you get to that Relapse era, and bands like Cephalic Carnage and stuff and Birdflesh and Nazem kind of just going all out there. Like, to me, I guess grindcore really means just brutal. I hate to say fast, but yeah, fast. And pretty much whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
It's just got to be brutal in nature. I mean, if I was to sum it up, like I say, sometimes I get too deep in trying to overanalyze it, and it's like, or generalize, however you want to call it.
Sure.
But grindcore to me, like I said, it's just, it's emotion, it's power, it's maybe a little less, if you want to put it related into wrestling terms, we'll go there real quick.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
It's maybe a little less gimmicky, because I think of the whole, spawning from like the punk scene,
Yeah.
So to me, it's just a little more raw, man. And I think you could really do whatever you want with it, but it's really got to be brutal in nature, man. And I'm not just talking like death metal, like just like, cause you can play fast and like gritty and raw, and still, like a band, I don't know if you ever heard of like D-Knock, one of our old school favorite bands. That's kind of how I would generalize them. They're like, I mean, they had like the death metal kind of vocals, but it was straight up grind music. It was fast, really based around punk, had some groove to it. Yeah, man.
Yeah, when I started listening to become familiar with your material, you mentioned Relapse. That's a great call out. I was kind of taken back to also that time kind of in the combat earache time frame.
Yeah.
Where you mentioned Napalm Death, and of course Napalm Death has evolved many times over the years, but
Yeah.
that reminded me of like old Napalm Death, but then also like with your vocal style, it really kind of reminded me of if you took like old Napalm Death and combined it with something newer like Suffocation with like the Frank Mullen style cupped mic vocals that are really fucking brutal and in your face. That was like the first thing that kind of jumped out at me when I started hearing you guys' stuff. It's definitely intense. So, and like you're saying, also it's hard to describe it because it does evolve. I mean, grindcore today is different than grindcore, 25 years ago for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 2 full-length albums. Of course, we already talked about Enlarged to Show Texture and Anonymityville. Your song names we touched on there. On the first album, I just got to run through some of these because they crack me the fuck up. Piss Shy, Abhorratory Phallus, Writhing for Semen, Wet Mouth and a Paycheck. I'm partial to that one. And then the second album, a little less extreme with the titles, but still funny. Return of the Barfly, Hold On to Night Stalkers, I Don't Like Anyone. That's very fucking punk rock right there. So was there just a different approach to the 2 albums as the material was being written? Was it a conscious, let's tone this down or let's focus on something more serious, or kind of how did that work?
No, like I said, really, Brad writes all that shit, and I don't think, he has ideas when he goes into writing, but I mean, I'd hate to speak for him, but I really I don't think he sits there and thinks like that. I mean, it kind of just, it comes out and it's like what he wants to hear, so I don't really think there's too much thought behind like, well, I'm going to do this or do that. I mean, not to say that there isn't, because there's definitely, I felt like the second one was maybe a little darker, and
that was what I thought as I was listening to this stuff. I'm like, there's definitely the tone of the music is even a little bit different.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely a little more darker, a little, I don't know if you want to call it evil or any of that shit, but it just more evolved, really. I mean, I think it's just natural, that the music, when it's written, it comes out. And from like I said, the new songs, they're going to be on album 3, or man, it's even beyond that. I think from what I get from it is it's a combination of the 2, and then something a little bit different. So yeah, there was nothing really like set in stone, like sit here and write this, and
there wasn't it wasn't a formulaic approach to it. It was still an organic, we're just going to write songs, and that's just the direction it took naturally.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like I said, that's the way it always is, because this dude's like coming home and just writing like music all the time.
Yeah. And he's been, or you've been, I don't know how it works, but there's a consistent partnership between you and Brad where it seems like the projects all tie with you two together. It's a very consistent force.
Yeah, it's weird how it's worked out like that. I mean, like I said, going back to the Decrypt days, me and Brad didn't really kick it that much. I mean, we'd hang out and practice and stuff like that, but it was more or less me and Chris Montez, our guitar player, and Jim, our bass player, that mainly hung out a lot. And I always liked Brad because, like, me and him on a musical level and just personal level and like comedic level, like we click, like it's super fucking cool. He's the guy I can sit back and if I want to talk about fucking like classic rock, like dude's on par, he's on level. If I want to talk about like some old school like gangster rap or hip hop, he's on level. Going back to like just obscure shit and even like old school like Meat Puppets, dude. We're both huge Meat Puppets fans. I mean, we did that Melons Rising cover, which is off the first Meat Puppets record on Anonymityville. So it's just, maybe a kindred spirit thing. He's good people, man. And once we started doing, he came back to Decrypt, we started hanging out a little more, and then obviously with Moist and shit, and then he moved away. And when he came back, it's like, I don't know, man. It's hard to really find good people to jam with, and especially like from his end, from a guy who's putting together a band and you need someone that's going to be there, going to be fucking dedicated, and can actually pull it off vocally, what this guy's laying down on wax, you know, like, I mean, that's another reason why I'm around all the time, because there's hardly any of those guys, you know?
Yeah.
And it's something like, I'm very passionate about what I do, and like the times I have with this dude and the music we play together. It's when we're doing that shit, man, there's like really nothing else that can top it. It feels great to get it out there and go do that, man. But yeah, it's been, like I said, me and him have been playing music now together on and off, for the better part of since 2004.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird to sit and think I'm an old fucker now, you know, we're getting up there, but
right. And so you mentioned that he does the bulk of the songwriting. Do you have a hand in that too, though, I assume?
No, not really. Like I said, this is his baby, man. I'm just like kind of the guy that's, hey man, you need me to do the live vocals, and I do it for him. If there was to be more asked of me, I would do it.
Okay.
But you know, there's not, like I said, and I have no problem with that. It's actually, it's like, don't fix something that ain't broken, you know, and kind of like the guy's, he's so creative that you can't like step in the way of that, you know, and nor would I want to, because I mean, shit, I was a fan of these guys. It kind of goes back to that Mark Wahlberg, as cheesy as this sounds, that fucking Rockstar movie. Like when they were doing Decrypt, man, I was trying to do my own thing and sing with some fucking guys, and I wanted to do something, you know, just brutal. I was angry as a young kid, and I loved fucking screaming and doing all that shit, and I was in all those bands. And so when I remember when Zach brought home like Holy Erotic Rapture, and I was like, holy shit, like you guys fucking did this, like you guys, you know. And then they used to have these killer house parties. I mean, there was everybody that was there too, where you're a fucking jock or you know, hood rat or whatever, just all walks of life would come to these grind shows that they would throw on. And I was just blown away. And Zach had heard my vocals. Like we recorded, I was jamming with some guys, and it was a real shitty tape recording. It was on cassette, but he had heard it. And he was like, holy shit. Like I was working at Guitar Center at the time, and he came in, was talking to me. He said, hey man, you know, I'm thinking about quitting Decrypt soon. I'm just like looking, I'm like, why? You know, his heart wasn't into it at the time. And he's like, but I heard your shit. And he's like, I think you could do it. He's like, I'm going to tell them guys. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Next thing you know, I think it was like, if I remember correctly, Brad and Chris, or just Chris, came walking in and asked like, hey, Zach quit. You want to come try out? I was like, yeah, definitely. I'm there. Went and did it. And then, you know, the rest is history, and we've just kind of stuck together ever since, you know. And I'm cool with that, man. It's fine. You know, I tried to do a little jamming on the side, but it's hard finding people, man. And I think once you find a role that you fit in and you're comfortable with, yeah, like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But at any point in time, like, you know, if he's like, hey, you want to fucking do this, or you want to write that, I used to write a bunch, and I kind of got burnt out on it when I lost. Dude, I had notebooks of shit, and then they just disappeared somehow throughout all the moving. And it was kind of like, you know, how do I go back and do that? Like, it was no motivation. And then after looking at what he was doing and writing, I'm like, all right, man, you know, if I can help get your fucking shit across and do this and have fun doing it myself, you know, because that's the main thing. I'm not going to do some shit like this and put myself out there for somebody else if I didn't give two fucks about them and really believe in what they're doing. And he's just been so damn consistent. And like I said, the formula has worked, and I'm just, you know, I'm excited to see what happens in the future. I mean, you never know. Yeah.
So do you do the recordings, or do you just do the live shows too?
No, just the live.
Okay. So
I did, when we did Moistened, we did, like I said, that second half of the record, it never had vocals on it. So I did do that. Me and Brad both did vocals on that. But then it's just been Handsome Prick, you know?
Yeah.
Has been Brad. And it's cool because, I mean, like I said, he's got his own shit, and I'm able to just bring it live, you know, and portray that live, and yet still kind of add my own thing to it.
Yeah, put your own flavor in it. So you mentioned that obviously there's new material in the works, and I'm curious because the first two albums, the songs, they're in typical grindcore fashion. They're pretty short. I mean, you got songs that are like, you got songs that are 30 seconds. And then, I mean, if you guys hit a 3-minute song, I mean, that's like a fucking epic for you. So do you think that formula is going to stay the same on the new shit, or are we looking at longer songs?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it's going to be, it'll be a little bit of both. I mean, you're going to get some, you're definitely going to get those quick little ditties, you know, like maybe the classic, you know, short grind songs. But that goes back again to Brad's writing style, man.
Yeah.
I remember like one track, for instance, back in the day that would kick my ass when we were doing Decrypt was, I think it was Armageddon Equals Satisfaction. And, man, dude, it's like 4 minutes or something like that. And all the different, you know, vocals you got to do and put out there, and like ways you got to find to breathe or do whatever. It would almost blow me up, you know?
Yeah.
But some of the new songs I've heard, dude, yeah, there's definitely some epics on there. And that's the style, you know, like these fucking Cataclysm-esque fucking riffs, and, it's just got groove, and you're going to get a grind song. I think that's the other good thing about what we do. And to kind of show you the type of players that are in this band, or to have the technicality and have these songs be that long. You know, I don't really know of any other like grind bands that are really putting out epic ass shit like that, you know?
Yeah. That's awesome. Have you released a potential name for the album yet, or has there been anything announced officially?
No, that's not going to happen till, like I said, probably later in the year.
Yeah.
I mean, that stuff, that's pretty hush right now. Like I said, I really can't say anything about it other than, you know, I've heard some tracks, some jams, and they're fucking killer. So I wish I could tell you guys more, but, you know, it's a little hush right now.
That's all right. Well, they just got to keep us jonesing for the prick. I know how it goes.
Yeah.
So which band was it that you were in that played at Wacken?
Open Air?
Yeah.
No, we never played there.
Didn't you? I thought I heard something that one of your guys' bands played there.
No, we played, what was it? Decrypt. We played, God, what the fuck is that? Maryland Death Fest.
Oh, maybe that was it. Yeah.
Yeah. That was, we did that back in 2008, I think it was.
Man.
Yeah, a long time ago. Like I said, we're like getting to be the godfathers, the new godfathers of grind.
Yeah, you're a bunch of old grinders. That's how it goes.
Right. And we've been to Mexico a couple times too. We played what was called the Fist Fuck Family Fest.
Oh, family-friendly fist fuck. That's the way it goes.
Right? They get crazy down there. We did play the Full Terror Assault too. So we went down with Moistened in Mexico and Decrypt. And then with Handsome Prick, we played the Full Terror Assault, which is like that 3-day open air festival they do. And I think it's like in September, early September, somewhere around there. It's like,
yeah, that might have been what it was I heard about.
Yeah, that's it. That's definitely got to be. It was cool, man, up until I got a tick on my nutsack when I got home.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, dude. It was a weird story. I talked about it on my show. I was at work, and it freaked me out. I was like, man, did a dingleberry somehow creep up on my nuts? Like, what is that? And I see little legs, and I'm like freaking out. I had to go tell my boss, like, hey man, I kind of got a personal thing. I think I got to take off. He's like, what's going on, man? I was like, I kind of embarrassed to say. He's like, what is it? I'm like, I got a tick on my balls. He's like, what? I was like, well, you know, I was in the woods for fucking 3 days. I guess shit happens, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have just whipped it out and showed him. Here, I don't even want to say it. Just check this shit out.
Yeah, just pick it out with your teeth.
I heard you got to burn them out, man.
Oh, man. Hell no. We
like
got like
leeches.
this tick tool. Oh, God. It's funny you say that. We were in Mexico with Decrypt. And Montez, our guitar player, was there was this crazy Mexican dude down there, and he kept saying, burn my fucking eggs, burn my eggs. And we're like, what? And Chris would light his nuts on fire. And it's fucked up. I think if you look on YouTube somewhere, there is video of that.
How do you search for that? Do you search for crazy Mexican guy in Mexico?
Actually, no. Well, I have my personal YouTube channel is it's Juiceafuge. If just type in Decrypt, there's a Decrypt playlist on there, and it's not just videos that I've created and posted. It's like pretty much a archive of some of the crazy shit we've done.
Yeah.
But yeah, this dude, he's just like getting his fucking nuts burnt, dude. Some dude, some old guy walked, because we did it at a gas station too when we stopped. Or like in the bathroom, he's just like, burn my fucking eggs. Kept saying, burn my eggs, man. I'll never get that out of my head.
Burn his huevos.
So Chris, yeah. Chris was burning them, and this old man walked in, opened the door to go in the bathroom, and he seen that shit. He just like, and turned around and walked out like, what the fuck did I just see?
Dude, you can't unsee that.
Most definitely not, man.
Awesome. Well, you've got some killer stories from the music side of things, and obviously your focus now musically is going to be on getting this third, as of yet unnamed, Handsome Prick album out to the masses. In addition to that, though, you kind of touched on it just a second ago, but you also run a couple of different shows. You've got Juice Pro Wrestling as one of them, and we'll talk about the other in a little bit. But so what's the story with Juice Pro Wrestling? How do we go from grindcore to fucking wrasslin? I mean, that's just a crazy concept to me.
It is and it isn't, because I mean it's two things that I really love. I really hold both of them dear to my heart. Dude, I've been a wrestling fan since I was a little kid, and and discovering punk rock and that journey into grindcore, I just, like I said, man, they're both like my kids. The passion for both of them is like you can't even fucking measure it. But I also think, in traveling with the bands over the years, meeting a lot of people and talking, like we're talking right now, and just getting to talk to people and find out their likes and dislikes. And I met a lot of motherfuckers, dude, that were into wrestling. And it's like, man, I fucking enjoy watching it too. It's kind of like an escape for me. It's fun. It's got everything I want as far as like entertainment for the most part. And so I was like, I'm sitting there, I was like, man, I always wanted to do like a radio show or do podcasting for like several years now. I just never knew how to execute it and go about it.
Right.
And one day, so we've been doing Juice Pro Wrestling now. I think it's coming up on 2 years, like at the end of March. So it was just one day, one of my buddies found another mutual friend who was shout out to Sretton, my producer. I got involved with him, and I wanted it to be like an amalgam of everything, like I could sit and talk wrestling for a little bit, then talk like video games, talk horror, talk metal. And it just like, there were other people, because this dude Stratton was doing a network. So I didn't want to step on any toes. And it's like, well, fuck, dude, I felt this boom coming back in like professional wrestling. And I've been watching it since I was a little kid. And I've always just kind of been a dork about it, but not like super flamboyant, because I mean, some of these guys, I'm sorry, guys, some of these wrestling nerds are just fucking ridiculous, right? Like I always felt like I was that guy. It's like, you can be a wrestling fan and be cool, like that's how it was back in the day for me, when growing up and watching all that shit. Like you weren't this like weird keyboard warrior dork that like, you know what I mean? Like, and sorry to insult people, but I mean, the proof's in the pudding. You look at some of these guys and they just freak out when they see the wrestlers or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I really love the stuff, man. And I like to talk about it. So I was like, hey man, there's my entry into podcasting.
Yeah.
And we started, I didn't know what the fuck to do, but I'm like, how hard could it be? I've been on a mic now for many, many years. Been in front of a lot of people. I guess my main thing to worry about kind of when I start is like, I don't really want to offend anybody, but at the end of the day, I don't really give a fuck, because it's just, hey man, we all have opinions, and it's not like I'm going out there and blasting any kind of racial shit or any kind of just obnoxious bullshit,
Right.
It's just passionate opinions, and I wanted to kind of feature other people in the wrestling game, as far as like promoters and talent and the people in that scene, in that world that don't get heard from very often. I mean, you'll get fans, that'll go on these shows or whatever. But I was like, man, if I can get like these referees or the lighting guys or, people, the cameramen and shit, like everybody that's involved from a show, from, top to bottom.
Yeah.
And just give them a platform to share their thoughts and stories. And, and as we've gone on now, it's just kind of evolved into this thing. And we're really starting to fire on all cylinders, man. Like I said, I love professional wrestling, and I like talking about it and sitting and having a good conversation with people. And I'll tell you what, since I've started this, never would I have thought I would have had like a 5-hour fucking conversation with Sid Vicious, or sit and talk with Sabu, or a lot of these wrestlers that I've had the chance to interact with, and I have their phone numbers and I can call them anytime I want.
Yeah.
But to do it in a cool fucking way, just not be that guy that's like a super in the business, they call it a mark, when you're just fucking freaking out over people. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to bring guys on, especially the talent, and kind of give them, hey, we're going to do this interview, but we're going to talk about more shit than just, the typical questions that everybody's asking.
Sure.
Like, we'll get off fucking topic and, what kind of food are you into? Anything like that to me is like not off the table, because I want to get to know that person more. And as we're doing the show, obviously everybody listening will in turn do the same thing. And a lot of these men and women have been like, man, that was fucking refreshing. It was cool. Like, you were fun, cause I'm a little on my show. It's like nuts and fucking yelling and stuff, and kind of bringing the metal to, the grind to pro wrestling and podcasting just in general, man. So, I mean, that's kind of how that all started, was just like, I want to get into podcasting. I need to get my foot in the door. What the fuck do I know a lot about that I can just shoot straight from the hip without having to have a computer in front of me or a bunch of notes or some shit, because I really don't like that. I like it to be kind of off the cuff, like it needs that rawness. Like I say, going back to the grind and like the punk rock background I have, it's like, that's what I want to incorporate into my podcast.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. You've definitely covered a lot of different, areas with wrestling as well. Yeah, I was telling you a few minutes before we actually started recording that I was kind of nostalgic about, the WWF days when I was a kid. Mean Gene Okerlund and Andre the Giant and Iron Sheik and, fucking Junkyard Dog was my favorite.
JYD, you got that song.
I love the Junkyard Dog, Bobby the Brain, Macho Man, and, Hulk Hogan's always been there, but he was never my guy, but, Ricky the Dragon,
Oh, I love Ricky. I had a chance to meet him. I just seen him a couple months ago. It was amazing.
Yeah. Remember when Rowdy Piper became an actor, like a different kind of actor? And what was that movie he fucking did?
They Live.
They Live. Yeah, that was actually a really good movie. I was surprised. And
that was John Carpenter.
Yeah, fucking crazy, man. And I guess you just take one kind of performance art and morph it into something else. But yeah, man, those were the days that I was as a kid that I was kind of really into that stuff. Remember Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling, that cartoon?
My son still got a pillowcase from that.
That's crazy. And they had like a heavy metal soundtrack back then. And dude, that was that's funny. I have a couple of other friends of mine, Art and Jacob Do America, their show, and Jacob is a huge wrestling fan. And so we've kind of talked about that stuff over the last couple of years, but yeah, that's really funny. I kind of dig that. So I kind of lost track of it, I think, after WWF went away, and then WWE and some other stuff, kind of TNA kind of came into play. But you've covered kind of the full spectrum of all the different wrestling leagues and brands. Do you do anything with like UFC and MMA or anything like that?
Well, when we were talking earlier before we hit the record button, yes and no. Actually, we did. I'm trying to think here. Did we do an episode? We're coming up on episode 100, and I'll get to that in a second because there's a funny story about that.
Yeah.
But we sprinkle it in, much when I started Juice Pro Wrestling, like I said, I didn't want to step on anybody's toes, so I went in the wrestling game. But at the same time, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit shit in here and there and, kind of squeeze some stuff out of people. If someone wants to sit and talk to me about like fucking movies or music or whatever, I'll fucking do it, And that's kind of how that happened with the UFC stuff. I mean, it's combat sports. I don't go into it as much as other people do, but if there's something like coming up, you know, we've talked about when Ronda was coming in the WWE and, you know, certain moments from UFC history. And if there's like a big fight card coming up, you know, we'll kind of chit chat about that a little bit, but we don't go too in depth with UFC.
Yeah.
I like it. There was that huge boom period for that, and then it just kind of flaked off. I mean, it's still big, don't get me wrong, but I think the hype really, really has died down nowadays, you know?
Well, I've noticed that you kind of brought up like the Ronda thing, but yeah, it seems like a lot of migration has happened back into, you know, the wrestling circuits, and I don't know if that's just a reactionary move to UFC not being what it was, or if it's just people being like, you know, I'm kind of tired of actually getting my face fucking punched in for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes at a time.
Right.
I think I'd rather just be thrown around a ring for a while.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it could be a combination of both. I mean, wrestling, obviously, everybody knows what it is.
Right.
You know, we tend not to drop the F-bomb just out of respect, because I dare anybody to get in the fucking ring and try that. You really got to be an athlete, man.
Absolutely.
Especially in today's game, man. It's just, there's some of the craziest athletes I've ever seen. But that being said, you can get, I mean, well, Cain Velasquez, another guy that just transitioned and pretty damn well, I might add. He did some shit with AAA where he was doing like lucha libre moves. That's like, he looked like he had been wrestling his entire life, you know? I think a lot of people they see it. And here's the other thing. A lot of people that got in, I don't think people get this, but excuse me, in the MMA game, you know, a lot of these guys and girls are like growing up and they're fans of like Bruce Lee and these martial arts movies, and, you know, and wrestling. A lot of fucking people were into wrestling. So it's kind of, you know, thank God the UFC came along and it gave them, you know, they have the show aspect of it, even though there isn't much pageantry in UFC, but there is a little bit. They're starting to take a little bit from Vince's game, you know what I mean? Because you got to be able to promote a fight, you know, and put asses in seats. But these men and women have grown up watching that shit. So, and it goes back to what you said, you know, a fighter's career it's not long.
No,
it doesn't mean you can't be in the game long, because you have your Titos and your Ken Shamrocks, guys that shouldn't be fucking fighting anymore, but they still are, you know. And might I add, Ken Shamrock and Tito, both guys that tried their hands at wrestling. I think Ken Shamrock's still involved with Impact, which was TNA Wrestling. But they look at it as like, hey, you know, I get my fucking ass punched a bunch of times and, you know, really get injured. But I mean, in pro wrestling, you still hold that risk too. You know, everybody knows it's all a stunt, you know. Everybody knows what happened to Owen Hart. You look
absolutely.
at the Chris Benoit situation and how many concussions that guy had. There's guys that had to retire because of concussions. Yeah. And some of them, like Edge and Daniel Bryan, have luckily been able to come back. But man, it's kind of weird, you know, like for these men and women to fucking go over there. And for me to say that, well, it's because of this and they won't get hurt, because there's always that risk. Yeah. But the main thing I think, though, is the payday. Because a lot of these people, if they, you know, even guys like Matt Riddle, another perfect example, he's in WWE now and he kills it, dude. Like the King of Bros, they call him. He's just, and the guy's something fucking special, dude. You get on that level, the WWE level, and maybe nowadays the AEW level too, and you will be a superstar. I mean, the road is fucking hellacious, at least, you know, the schedule in WWE. But I mean, you will be a star. You will be, as long as you're smart with your money, you will have a lot of money. You know, you're gonna have to hump that road, and that's kind of the polar opposite with the UFC. I mean, some guys only fight like 3 times a year. You know. But even still, you get in there and you take a fucking look at CM Punk. I mean, he got his ass whooped, dude. I don't know why he dared to step. I'll give him credit. I mean, he went back for another ass whooping. But damn, I don't care, man. If I thought I was the baddest motherfucker in the world or what, like, you got to be paying me an awful lot of money to want to get in there and get my fucking ass stomped by somebody.
Yeah.
Now, granted, a lot of these people aren't thinking they're going to, but come on, man. Like, at the end of the day, dude, like, it's still, like, it's fucked up. You think about, I mean, yeah, they have a little bit of padding on these gloves, but think about taking these fucking kicks to the skull, dude. Like,
the kicks, man, the kicks are really what get me when I watch that stuff. And yeah, the kicks to the side of the head, or you get the toe in the eyeball. I've seen that. Or, you know, the fucking ear wax, man. That's getting whacked upside the fucking side of your head with somebody's instep. That's just brutal.
Yeah, dude. Or, you know, fuck, even some of these fucking submissions.
Yeah.
You know, you put in a triangle or something, snap a motherfucker's arm. Like, it's cool, man. But, you know, I kind of deviated a little from your question. But to get back to that, like I said, I really think a lot of it is the spectacle, the attraction of being a legit superstar. Now that people in UFC aren't legit, you know, I don't want motherfuckers listening to this and they're like, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. Like,
and then they come after you.
Yeah. Well, hey, bring it on. But what I mean by that is it's still entertainment no matter what. You know, it's sports, but all of it is under the entertainment umbrella. But when you're doing UFC, it is more for the sport. You know what I'm saying? And,
sure.
And they're kind of slowly incorporating some more sports entertainment aspects, to coin a phrase from Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
But when you get, like I said, when you get to a stage like WWE or AEW, and you can work out a character and make money, I mean, yeah, you gotta be going up and down the road and shit, but the whole point is you're not supposed to be getting hurt and damaged like you would doing a fucking fight, you know?
For sure. Yeah.
So I think that's very attractive to a lot of these people. I mean, you're going to go here and you're going to get fucking video games, action figures, T-shirts, and UFC does offer some of that. But I mean, dude, they can't touch WWE on a global scale.
Yeah, not on a merchandising standpoint, not even fucking
not
close.
At all. I think they just, what the fuck was it, like 100 billion fucking either subscribers or views on YouTube, and it's more than the NFL, the NBA, you know, the National Hockey League, the UFC. It's more than all of that.
Yeah.
So I think people are wising up, and a lot of these motherfuckers that would run their mouths about people, especially when, you know, hey, talk shit about pro wrestling all you want. There's some legit badasses. If there wasn't, Brock wouldn't have crossed over and won the heavyweight title.
Yeah.
And people can say what they want about that, but I guarantee you they wouldn't say it to that fucker's face.
So, well, you mentioned it a few minutes ago. Coming up on 100 episodes.
Yeah.
That's a fucking milestone, brother.
Yeah, man. It's funny because, I mean, technically we're kind of past 100 episodes, but so we have this thing going on at in Munster, Indiana, at Three Floyds, which is like one of the best breweries in the entire world. I mean, for anybody out there listening has drank like Zombie Dust or Dark Lord Day, and they're really cool too because they're like, it's pretty much like a metal brewery. Like the guy who owns it, dude, they've done beers with like Cannibal Corpse, Amon Amarth, Pig Destroyer, which is that beer is one of my favorites. The Permanent Funeral. It's a double IPA, and it's, dude, it is delicious, man.
Permanent Funeral.
Yeah. Like I said, they're a very, very metal-oriented brand, and it's very cool artwork, very cool theme and atmosphere there. I was just there last night. We were scoping out the scene because we're going to cut episode 100 live on March 30th from Three Floyds. So it means a lot, you know, to me, and to have them come and ask me like, hey, you know, we're doing this thing called Floyd Mania. Like basically it's a week-long celebration of pro wrestling and craft beer. And they're going to be doing like their kitchen's going to have wrestling themed food all week long. They're going to be doing like limited run batches of wrestling themed beer. Nothing I can mention right now because it's all a little hush hush, but yeah, it's going to be super cool. And I got three of the best promoters in the whole entire Midwest Chicagoland wrestling game in Steve Tortorello and Eric Hamilton from Warrior Wrestling. Those guys put on shows in Chicago Heights that, I mean, dude, they've had Rey Mysterio, the Lucha Bros, like Yeah, Kurt Angle, Mick Foley, you know, you name it. And these superstars of yesteryear and today's top talent from all over the world, dude. I'm talking about like from like Rome and Mexico and Canada, like you name it. They bring them to Chicago Heights, man. And then you got Matt Nix, who's the creator of Freelance Wrestling, which has been featured on the WWE Network. So that's pretty fucking cool. One of Chicago's, there's so many promotions out here, but I would say those two are like the best. And Freelance right now is probably like the sweetheart promotion of Chicago. I mean, you got a lot of fucking awesome talent working there. The atmosphere there, it's like going to a metal show, dude. Go there, fucking see some awesome entertaining shit, some great in-ring stuff, some great character work, drink beer, you know, maybe get a little RVD 420, and just have fun with some cool people, you know. It's rock and roll, man. I love it. Reminds me a lot of, like, you know, in our early days, like in Decrypt and stuff, we were doing all these metal festivals, you know, like Central Illinois, man, there was so much shit out in Albuquerque. The list goes on, but it reminds me of that, like meeting some cool people and hanging out and doing all that cool shit. But yeah, the Floyd Mania thing, it's like I said, we're gonna have Matt Nix and the guys from Warrior there, and like a roundtable kind of discussion about WrestleMania, their promotions, all while we're sitting enjoying like Three Floyd's beer.
I think that's killer that you're literally making an event out of this, and I think it's doubly killer that they asked you to come to their place and fucking help them put this on. That's a huge honor. Yeah, no, it totally is, man, because like when I started doing this, and we're lucky to have them, you know, so close in like our community. They're like 26 minutes away from where I live. You know, I'm in Northwest Indiana, Hobart, Indiana, to be exact. They're out in Munster. And I've been a huge fan of their beer for probably about a decade now. And when we started doing this podcast, I was like, dude, I need to do something with these guys. Like, you know, if it's our band, you know, I've talked to Nick, the owner, about the Prick getting on Dark Lord Day, because they brought in Dying Fetus, you know, they brought in Pig Destroyer, High on Fire, you know, like we're local boys, dude. Let's fucking work together. You know, let's do something. I ain't about fucking around when it comes to networking and doing business and doing shit like this. Like, I love it, dude. It's, you know, it's what I'm trying to get my gig in life to be, so to speak. So yeah, to have, like, to me, one of the, if not the best brewery in the world, and they're constantly getting awards for, like, they're always in like the top 5 beers around the world, with like for Zombie Dust, and I think Gumball Head as another famous one, and then, you know, Dark Lord, which is this stout that they do. It's once a year. It's insane, man. Like, people will get bottles, and I think, man, there's people that pay like $200 for an empty bottle of that shit on eBay just to collect it.
Just to collect it, dude. Like, and you know, and they're another like, it's great to see a local thing like that blow up. You know, like I was there last night looking at their $2 million fucking bottling machines and all that, this German engineered stuff, and like this other $6 million setup, and it's like, man, it's so cool to see fucking like-minded people do something on a large scale. And for them to ask, like, hey, man, we're going to do this wrestling thing. We want you to fucking, would you do a podcast there? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, fuck yeah. And, you know, so to kind of get to episode 100, we cut episode 99, and I'm sitting there thinking after we cut it, and I'm like, damn it, dude. Like, we're still about a month out. I really want to do episode 100 at Floyd's. And then I talked to Brian, who's one of the head chefs up there. He's one of the guys I mainly have contact with through Three Floyds. And he called me up. He's like, man, I have this idea. Like, how about, you know, you do episode 100 here? I was like, man, I'm way ahead of you, dude. Like, I was already thinking of a way to do that. And earlier on, just because we like to be comedic too. Like, we're serious, but we're not. You know, we do a lot of comedic stuff. Just, we don't take ourselves too seriously. It's you got to have fun with it. And I think when you do that, that kind of goes over well with people more than, you know, sitting there and feeling like you're listening to like a fucking news program or something, or somebody's just reading a goddamn script. Like, fuck all that bullshit, you know? Like, I'm just gonna be me, and if people don't like it, great. If people love it, that's fucking even better, you know?
Yeah.
So we did episode 83, and then we dropped. It was the first time we dropped 2 episodes in 1 week for Juice Pro, and I was like, fuck it, I'm a big Naked Gun fan. Let me Photoshop my face on the Leslie Nielsen and add my boys in there, and we'll do 83 1/3. So we did that, and I liked that idea. I'm like, fuck, well, we'll just do that. We'll fucking prolong 99 till we get to 100. So it's been 99. Then we did a kind of a shout out to Tales from the Crypt. We did 99 and 44 100% pure horror, which is Tales from the Crypt episode.
Yeah.
And then 99 and a half bottles of beer on the wall, which is our latest. And then, you know, we're going to make our way to 100 by hell or high water, man.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations on that. And if that wasn't enough,
there's more.
But wait, there's more.
You said there's more?
If the prick wasn't enough for you, and the juice wasn't enough for you, all right, brother, lay it on me. JPDUB, what is going on?
So, you know, the JPDUB, it's kind of weird because it's like, it was short for Juice Pro Wrestling. You know, like if I was tweeting some or talking, just to kind of have that cool slang or lingo, it's like, and dating back to like, if you ever watched like, I don't know, ECW back in the day, they were like an extreme promotion out of Philly, hardcore wrestling and shit, like blood and guts promotion. Super awesome shit when I was a kid. The crowd, when they get hyped, they'd always chant like ECW, ECW. So I'm like, man, I'll just shorten up for my posting and whatever, JPDUB. Like, hey, get your JPDUB stickers or check out the latest episode of JPDUB. But then I got conflicted because I wanted to combine everything that I'm into the Juice Pro Wrestling. But you know as well as I do, when you kind of have somewhat of a niche audience, it's hard to do. You know, it's hard for me because I wanted to talk. I had you know, thanks to Steve, I had the opportunity to talk to more people, like actors and stuff, and different musicians that I was hitting up, and you know, just everybody that I've known through the years from playing grind. And I wanted to start getting these guys on shows because in this day and age, it's so easy to promote your stuff compared to even like fucking 10 years ago. You know, like it's just so much easier if my boys in shit life drop a fucking record. Hey, let's fucking talk about it. You know, one of my good friends, Sean Putrid Pile, is getting ready to drop a new record, and I hit him up. We're going to try to arrange something. I also talked to Anders from Nazem. So hopefully we can get something worked out there. We've kind of been in talks, but I wanted to do more of myself outside of the wrestling world. So I was like, fuck it. What are we going to call it? Like, I don't really necessarily have enough funding to start a whole new, or time for that matter, because dude, I'm constantly on the clock with all of this shit.
Yeah.
It's nonstop. And thank God I got like a fucking good woman behind me because it helps a lot, dude. Like she fucking gets it and she rocks. But I wanted to do more. I wanted to bring more of the juice to the people. And, so how do I do that? And I'm like, well, maybe I just fucking start like a little, it was just an idea in my head. Like maybe we do a subsidiary show and we'll run it in the same RSS feed and all that. We'll just call it the JPDUB podcast, you know, and it won't be Juice Pro Wrestling. It's everything outside of pro wrestling. You know, you won't get no pro wrestling talk unless for some fucking way someone like kind of initiates it that I'm talking to. But
sure.
That's what I wanted to do. And so like, thanks to Steve, like my first episode, dude, I got to have George C. Romero on. Yeah, which was super cool. You know, I mean, obviously for the fact of whose son he is. I mean, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then what the fuck is wrong with you?
You have him to thank for everything zombie related in the universe now at this point.
Yes, exactly. So, and he's doing a lot of shit, man. And, you know, we got to talk about his dad for a little bit, but it was more or less just about what he's doing. And he's got some really cool shit going on as far as trying to create this community of just creative people, whether it's music or film or anything, podcasting. Like, he's really doing some cool shit there. So shout out to George C. And then next it was like, because I'm hitting up like I said, I hit up people, and if they want to do it, great. If they don't, whatever, I move on. I don't get butthurt about like, well, this fucking guy didn't want to do my show, like, I don't fucking care. I go into it looking like guys probably don't give a fuck anyway, like, well, you don't have this many numbers and that. It's like, fucking blow me, whatever. It doesn't fucking hurt me, Yeah. It would be cool to talk to these people. If not, hey man, I got like 50 more people lined up, So secondly, I got to do, we cut an episode with John Massari, who did the soundtrack for fucking Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And once again, I was, super stoked because in high school I played jazz guitar and jazz band. And I really got into like music composition and all that shit, really nerdy stuff.
Really nerdy music stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm a huge Frank Zappa fan too. So
awesome.
Yeah, fuck yeah. My son's middle name is Zappa.
What?
Yeah. I have a little quick deviation too. We got to meet Dweezil a few years back. I took my son to a show, and we got to talk to Dweezil and everything. He said, "Man, that's cool. Like, how'd you get that name?" He was thinking we were like related somehow. I was like, "Nah, man, it's just his middle name because fucking dad was the shit," But no, he was the only kid there. And he dedicated the whole show, like the spotlight was on him and shit. And I got it; it's on my YouTube.
That's amazing.
It was great, man. I was, as a dad, I was like in huge Zappa, and I was like in tears, man. I was like, God damn, this fucking moment,
Yeah.
Getting the juice all wet, but but it was cool, like I said, to talk to a guy who straight up does composing. I like that shit, dude. It's super interesting to me, and not only that, I'm a huge horror fan, like I love all the old shit. There's some new shit I like. I mean, if it's good, I fucking like it, even if it's not good. Some of that cheesy stuff, I'm sorry, folks, but there's some really good cheesy B and even D level shit out there.
Oh yeah. I talked to Joe Castro a few months back and had a great conversation, and we spent a lot of time talking about like the old school days and like Trauma Productions and the Toxic Avenger and Surf Nazis Must Die and all those really old super campy movies that they're still timeless, and I absolutely love that stuff.
It's funny, I was just before we got on here, I was in our bedroom, we were putting some shit away, and I found my Trauma patch. Last year at C2E2, man, I met Lloyd Kaufman.
That's amazing.
Dude, he was super cool too. He like pretty much stopped us and was like, "Hey, what's going on?" He started asking me, like, really wanted to know what the fuck I was about and what I was doing, and it kind of threw me off because I'm like, you don't know who the fuck I am, and you're fucking Lloyd Kaufman, like it's fucking weird. Like,
oh, that's amazing, dude.
Yeah, but I was telling him about the show and about the prick and stuff. He's like, "Oh, that's cool." And then my son, I think he was 11 at the time, he was telling him something about Cannibal Holocaust. He looks at him, Lloyd looks at him, he's like, it's a great film. Why the fuck is this kid talking about this shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, John Massari, and then episode 3, I was lucky enough to score Hafner from Midnight. They just dropped a new album, Rebirth by Blasphemy, just signed on to Metal Blade. And the only thing about that was, dude, we always record at night, It kind of threw me off. I think it was the first one I did in the morning. And actually, I took like fucking 2 hours off of work to fucking go do that real quick. So hopefully no one from work hears this shit. But if they do, then I guess that's on them.
Cover blown.
Yeah, right. Fuck! Yeah, I did that at 8 a.m, man. It was weird. Instead of holding beer, I'm holding coffee, and it's daylight out. But it was still cool, and it was funny, though, because, like, he's like, "Man, we should go a little longer, but, I got to go to work." I was like, "Dude, brother, I got to go to work, too, like, I'm taking time off to do this." But, yeah, we had a great conversation, went a little out of the box. Like I said, there's some guy who ripped me on YouTube because he's like, "You're fucking lame, you talked about Chicago cuisine." I was like, man, haters gonna hate.
Oh, you had a real person conversation.
Yeah, that's what he says. He's like, "You're like a fucking high schooler or some shit. Like, you need to get your interview skills, need to get better." Which I'm great. Hey, man, I'm all for constructive criticism, but this dude was obviously just being a troll.
He was trolling you, yeah.
Yeah, so I wiped him clean off of my shit and moved on with my life. But it was super cool to do to have something like that. And now I'm really stoked. I actually am planning an episode 2 with Brad. Just to get more promotion for him and everything he's doing, because he's got the guy put out 4 fucking albums last year. Between Poor and Dirty Dead. The Prick covers shit and Pink Machines. Just more people need to be aware. And that was the other big reason I wanted to get into this, was to help promote my homies,
Sure.
That, if I could be the end game is I would like to be some kind of media mogul, if you would. I'd like to have a record label. I'd like to maybe dabble in some television,
maybe some porn.
Oh yeah, definitely some pornography,
Yeah, because why not?
Why not? That's the end game for me. That's the goal. I fucking hate the 9-to-5 grind. I'm all about working hard. Anything I've fucking ever done, I don't care if I was flipping burgers or any of that shit. I mean, I try to work the hardest I can at it, but obviously you get to a point where what do you want to get out of life? What do you want to do? And this is it, man. When I was a little kid, it was all about playing music. I wanted to draw for Marvel and Image Comics, and I always had this passion for doing radio.
Yeah.
And I never went to college for that. I went to college for a semester and ended up just dicking around, getting high, and yelling stupid answers in music appreciation. They're asking about the Baroque era, and I'm like, Slayer?
Yeah.
And I passed.
Been there, yeah.
Yeah. It was funny because the professor passed me. She's like, Mr. Wallace, you say some dumb shit in my class, but I'm going to pass you on the premise that you're the only one who interacts and answers. I was like, well, thank you.
You're like, that was my goal the whole time, just to show my creativity.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, man, that's it, man. JPDUB going forward, there's no timetable for that. Juice Pro Wrestling is every week. It's every Wednesday. We haven't missed a beat in 2 years.
That's hard to do, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, I thank you. Like I say, it's a grind, but it's. If you just fucking do it, man, and I got a lot going on, like I said, with the band, and family and all that shit. But you just got to do it, dude. There's no way anybody that's ever been successful is just I'm sick of fucking excuses. If I fail, it's not because I didn't fucking go hard in the paint, if I fail, it'll be on me for whatever reason it will be, but it won't be for lack of fucking trying. And networking and talking to people and trying to just get that brand out there. And I feel dude, with Juice Pro, we've been doing that, and I'm excited to grow the JPDUB in the same manner, and just get different people. I mean, I don't want to do any just Joe Schmo, and no disrespect to anybody, but I have a target audience and guests that I want to do, and with the JPDUB, it's strictly going to be interviews,
Right.
Juice Pro Wrestling, me and Stretton will do shit by ourselves, and there's plenty of episodes where we got somewhat of a format. It's usually just kind of off the wall shit, but that's how I like to keep it. I like to keep everybody on their toes. But yeah, with the JPDUB, it's going to be something that's its own beast. People will still be able to find it on iTunes. It'll be under Juice Pro Wrestling. But yeah, there's 3 episodes that are out right now. All 3 of them are on YouTube, jpdub.com. There's the JPDub podcast playlist, so everybody can find all 3 of those interviews on there. And then the Afner one is actually on all podcasting platforms as well. So we're gonna get the first 2 up there at some point, but like I said, it's so much shit, bro. I think we got 8 episodes that haven't even seen the light of day yet.
Yeah. Well, it's a grind for sure, and I'm excited to kind of see what you have coming out, because clearly you're passionate about what you do. You and I are similar in the fact that it's really all about sharing other people's awesomeness, kind of celebrating the creativity, no matter if you're a musician or an artist or whatever you do out there in the world that that is different. I support that 1,000%. So we're going to keep our eyes and ears peeled for the new Handsome Prick whenever it decides to drop. And, of course, excited for you about your finally actually being able to air that 100th episode when you get to do that gig, and then all of the cool new shit that we can hear from you on the JPDUB. So, Justin, this has been a fucking cool-ass conversation, dude. I appreciate you coming on and being patient with the amount of time it took to make this happen. But
no problem.
Congratulations on all your super badass stuff. So once again, plug all of your sites. Where can everybody find you? What's the best way to interact with you out there in Handsome Prick Land and podcast land?
Well, you know, we're all about I'm all about the link trees because it gives everything. But Handsome Prick, Juice Pro Wrestling, JPDUB, we're on everything. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'd say really the best way to get involved with the Prick is on Facebook.
Okay.
Just send us a message. You know, you guys can download shit via Spotify and iTunes, but and Bandcamp. But we do have a big cartel up, and there's a direct link to that on the Handsome Prick Facebook page. So if you guys actually want to really support us and buy physical CDs, we got T-shirts, we got hoodies, and you can pick up other shit. Like there's some Dirty Dead vinyl. Brad's got Pink Machine CDs, Pour. I mean, there's a whole plethora. That kid's sitting on like a secret stash of just killer music that people really need to hear. But yeah, like I said, Handsome Pricks on everything. Juice Pro Wrestling. I'm really interactive with that on any platform. If you hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, whether you want to DM or comment on any of our shit, I'll respond. Our YouTube, I just want to send a quick shout out real quick to everybody on YouTube that has subscribed. It's been nuts in the last couple weeks, bro. Like we went from the beginning of the year to, I think, getting excited about 300 subs. And then like a couple weeks ago, it was like, oh man, we're breaking 500. And now it's like, it's 800, you know, it's, so we're seeing a lot of growth, and I'm super stoked about that. And then, like I said, the direct link to that is jpdub.com, and you can find shit from Juice Pro Wrestling, the JPDUB. JPDUB is also on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And then I'm on Facebook. So if you hit up Justin Wallace or go on YouTube and type in Juicefuge, which for all you out there that don't know what the fuck is up with that, that's a play on the Danzig 2 album.
Lucifuge, absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah,
well, and I'll make sure, and I'll make sure that we post your links also with this interview. I'll post them in our show notes as well, so you can send those over to me, and we'll continue to support you here on this side. So, thank you again, brother. I appreciate this, and I guess we'll talk to you soon out there in podcast land.
Yeah, fucking love this Report Radio.
There you go. A truly engaging conversation with one of the most outspoken people in grindcore. You know, I actually forgot to ask him the origin of his nickname. I'm sure it's because he's juicy. It says so right on the ass of his workout pants. Don't ask me how I know that. And don't forget to subscribe to Misery Point Radio on all the platforms and like and share the pages. Do the same for Justin. He'll appreciate it. And now, I'm going to leave you with a dose of brutality from the one and only Handsome Prick. From their second album, Anonymityville, this is Edging with Disaster.